Hello.
Is there a lag? How you doing? Good.
Okay, I'm fine. I don't want you to go into details of everything, but maybe just a summary. Pick it from how we met, then pick it from prophecy I gave to you, and then maybe the real estate something. Let's leave others, and then let's move from how we met, real estate prophecy, then the
That's like
COVID. Let's just pick those things. So tell us your name, where you're
okay,
watching
that's like
from,
five
and
years
then how we
of
met.
of of prophecy and relationship in like 5 minutes. Uh, but I'm TaVonna. Hi everybody. I'm in the United States. Um so it's God does not work in logical. So what I'm gonna say does not sound logical, but it's actually what happened. So I was struggling with paying tithes, and but I wanted to do it because I know it's something that God asked you to do. And so I was praying, and I said, who do I give my tithe to? And I happened to be going through Facebook, which I don't really scroll through Facebook like that, but I was, and I saw Apostle Ezekiel's like a snippet of a ministry thing, but I bypassed it. And that was a week before I think I prayed about who to give my tithe to. So anyway, when I was in the process of asking, God reminded me of the snippet that I saw from Apostle Ezekiel, and I said, well, okay. And I said, well, this guy is not in the United States, so how do I, connect with this man? And he said, reach out to him. I heard it clear as day, and I'm thinking, okay, this is crazy. How do I reach out to someone and say, God told me to pay you my tithe? I sound like a crazy person. And so I said, okay, I'll just be obedient, which I really still wasn't fully obedient. I looked at like his website and said, okay, well maybe I can send this electronically. I don't actually talk to this person. I can just donate or send some money. Well, there was only a phone number, so I had to call anyway. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, you're gonna actually make me do this. So I called him up and I told him, and he got really quiet, so rightfully so. So he got really quiet, and he said, are you sure God told you to do this? And I'm saying, yeah, absolutely, because I wouldn't be calling. um so anyway, he goes in to start telling me a few different things about my daughter, and um prophesying basically. And they happened things happened. He was telling me about me going into real estate, and I was already like kind of toying with the idea, but I didn't know how I was going to pay for it or if it would actually happen. There were all kinds of doubts, and he says, no, this is going to happen because this is where God wants to bless you. Well, I'm a real estate agent now, and I've been an agent for 2 years. um so all of that to say, he's been a great teacher to me, a great mentor. It's been 5 years off of me being obedient to God and saying, hey, this is the person that I've placed in your life to help you, and not just with tithe. It was so much bigger than tithe. So the last part that you asked me to, I'm skipping over a whole bunch of stuff, but that's okay. So the last
Yeah.
piece is COVID. I was actually sick with COVID. Gosh, it was the third time I was actually sick with COVID, but I don't even remember how long ago now it was. Few months. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
And
about two
so
months ago.
um I called him up and I told him, and like right then he prayed for me. And I'll tell you guys, and it's sad to say, but it's the truth, and I want to be transparent. I'm like the biggest skeptic, or can be the biggest skeptic. He knows it. That's why he's mentoring me and helping me to grow. But I know that he's a man of God, so I know when he prays, things happen. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and open my heart up and open my mind and receive my healing. He started to pray for me, and literally while I was there, while he was praying for me, I just started to vomit. Like, just, it was crazy. And um I was fine after that. I literally was fine after that. So it's really about your belief system, and do you believe in God? Do you believe in the man of God that He has put in your life? Do you believe in a man or woman rather? But do you believe that God, He can heal? And you just have to open your heart, open your mind. And so, thank you. You put me on the spot. You put me on the spot.
Okay. We appreciate. It's okay. We appreciate you for taking out time to come and share your testimony. So,
Oh,
for those who don't understand American English, let me try to reiterate what she has said. So she was saying that she was thinking of where to pay her tithes to, and then she was worried about where God will want her to put her tithes in. And then the Lord told her one of the days that she should, she went online and then she found a little caption of our ministry online, and then she skipped it off and then went. I think the next time God told her, go back and check that place, and then she checked it, and then God said, pay your tithe to that guy, that man of God. And then she said, oh, but he's not even in America, he's in Africa. That's another continent. How can I pay my tithe to somebody in another continent? So she was skeptic about it, being skeptical, which is normal, a stranger. And then she tried to see maybe she can find a way to pay tithe to our ministry. Maybe we have an account electronically or so, but there was nothing like that online. So she was forced to call and then related with me. And I asked her, I said, are you sure God asked you to pay to me? She said, yes. I said, okay, good. And then she paid the tithe. And then from there, I said, wait, if you pay your tithe to this ministry, then I'm going to show you you have met a prophet. And then I started prophesying about a dollar. If I think I mentioned the age of the dollar, I told her the
yeah.
experiences of the dollar. Is that true? I told her in the prophecy the things that the daughter is experiencing in her room, and one or two things that are happening, and then she said, yes, that's correct. Now, then I said, the Lord told me also that He's going to bless
Right.
her through real estate business, which she wanted to do some times ago, but worried about where to get the money. And so when I prophesy
It,
about the real estate thing, did
yeah.
it happen? Were you
Yeah.
able to become
Yep.
a
Agent for
real estate agent,
absolutely.
certified? And the money for the training came
Absolutely.
miraculously. Okay, so let's not talk about job, about people losing job, and let's not go there. So for the COVID, um, you contacted me, and then you say you're not feeling good. I said, what happened? You said it's COVID. And then I said, oh, COVID, COVID is not a problem. And then I said, just lay your hands on your head. I'm going to pray for you now. And then I prayed from the phone about the COVID. When I prayed for the COVID, against the COVID, immediately you are telling us the experiences you have. What are the experiences you have when I stretched forth my hands and I was commanding the spirit of COVID to leave you?
So
What was your
initially,
experience like?
I feel like I have to say this initially, nothing, because I wasn't open. I had to get myself in a open to
Okay.
what was happening. So like once I did that, I started to feel hot. I got really hot. I literally started to sweat. And then
Like your body was hot and
and
you're
then I
sweating.
expel,
Okay.
like just vomit. I'm like, what is going on? I'm thinking in my head, like, what's happening now? But if it,
Eh,
yeah,
wait. You are vomiting. You're vomiting during the prayer.
no,
And do you vomit like that in a normal day?
not
Huh? So
bad.
what
Yeah,
made you vomit?
about it. Mm-mm,
You couldn't control
mm-mm.
it. So after the vomiting and all the declaration of the prayer, how did you feel
Oh, I was good.
immediately
I
after
was
the
up
deliverance?
and like active and doing things. I wasn't tired. I mean, like of course, I'm trying to still get my head around what was going on, but I mean, I was good.
Mhm. But before the
Mhm.
prayer and the deliverance, you were weak. I remember the language you used. You said, "I'm horrible right now." So you are horrible. You are weak. You don't have strength to do a lot of
Mhm.
things before the prayer. But immediately after the prayer, your strength came back, and that was the end
Yeah,
of
God
COVID. Like immediately, it took few minutes prayer, and COVID
God
left
still
you completely. Wow. What a great God we serve. So, for somebody watching right now who is saying, "Oh, my case is difficult. I wish there's somebody who must lay hands on me." What can you tell them about how they should relate with this broadcast and the man that God has placed here to
well,
be a blessing to people's life?
yeah,
What
first
can you
I'll say,
say
you
to
know, God
encourage
has
them?
not changed. He is the same God, you know, and so if he could heal people back when, he can do it now. He used Jesus to do that. He used his disciples, so why would he not still use another man of God that is lined up with him to do the same thing? I mean, he said that we all can do it if we believe that we can, right? So I just feel like we have to use our faith and believe that God is who he says he is and that he can do what he says he can do, and honor the people that he puts in our lives that, you know, are lining up with him. That's it. Like,
Okay. Now, the prophecies,
what do
how
you,
much did you pay for the
how much did I
prophecies?
pay? No,
Were you
I didn't
charged?
charge. No,
Yes. For the past 5 years,
no,
have
I
you ever
haven't.
paid for any prophecy? Okay, so after the COVID
I wasn't
deliverance,
charged
how much were you
anything.
charged?
Or yes, he
So
is.
Jesus is free. We appreciate you, TaVonna, from the Maryland, United States of America. By the way, she's a preacher, music minister, real estate. I mean, let me let go your title because I'm gonna keep recounting them. So we thank you for coming online to share testimony, and the Lord bless you and permanent all the
Amen.
testimonies in your life in
Amen.
Jesus' name. Thank you. I appreciate you.